All right, guys, we have a bombshell sponsor. I would like to thank Italo Jewelry for sponsoring today's video. You guys have seen me work with Italo quite a few times. I've always been impressed, and this time is no different. So guys, one of the first things that I selected is this gorgeous necklace as well as the matching earrings. I would say each earring probably is the same weight as a quarter. And also the necklace, I would say, is perhaps the weight of a nickel. It is a 18 karat gold plated necklace with the matching earrings, sapphire stone, and it is round cut. I have already worn this out. I've gotten so many compliments. And then guys, I selected this gorgeous tennis bracelet. It does have the appearance of a very high-end bracelet, as I did get mine in a 6-inch. This is the smallest size that you would be able to purchase. Also, when you purchase your Italo Jewelry, you will receive a 1-year warranty. You will also receive certificates of authenticity with your jewelry, so it definitely makes it feel like a very high-end luxury experience. Another thing that's extremely impressive to me is not only the packaging of your jewelry, but it is how fast you get your pieces. And so what I'm gonna do is leave all of the details in the description box below. If you guys would like to join me on my journey to starting a fine jewelry collection, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Also guys, I would definitely say Italo Jewelry has been my go-to for all special occasions, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, as well as graduations. And so that's definitely something that you can consider as well. Again, I'm gonna leave everything in the description box below, as well as the links to the jewelry that I'm wearing. Now, if Italo Jewelry is gracious enough to offer us an additional discount code, I'll make sure that I leave that information below as well. Once again, I would like to thank Italo Jewelry for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog.
One thing I've learned from personal relationships with women, in particular with women will go for a lot of shit. You cannot embarrass them. Women will forgive a lot of stuff. They do not, and most likely will not, forgive embarrassment.
Yeah.
And if you notice from famous celebrities or whatever, they've cheated, they've lost money, they've done a lot of stuff. And the women, their business partners, everybody stuck by them through thick and thin. But the minute that they were embarrassed, they was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Because now everybody looking at me crazy. It was cool when I was looking at myself crazy.
Right.
At the house.
Right.
And it was just me and you knowing how foolish I am.
Hey girls, so guys, we're getting ready to take old Bessie down to get her final checkup. So we're just gonna make sure everything is okay. Something has been on my mind, and we're gonna start this vlog off just with me maybe sharing a little bit about why I give you guys the type of advice I give you as it relates to just, you know, dating and relationships and preserving yourself and making the right choices and being careful about who you partner with, and you know, all of the things, even down to the intimate details of me saying, you know, with stain, or you know, just be careful about who you be down to the bed with, girl. So guys, when I grew up, you know, my mom protected us a lot. You know, it was a lot that she did not expose us to. And so she didn't come to us with her relationship woes. You know what I mean? And when she saw us getting into relationships as young ladies, unless the relationship was going bad or she witnessed someone mistreating us, she didn't get involved in our relationships. And so, you know, I just had to learn through trial and error. I know times are different. A lot of you girls out there, especially my girls that are, you know, in their 30s, I'm going to go as young as 35 and younger. Y'all have access to a lot of things that we just did not have access to. And so you guys know about soul ties, and y'all know about how the guys will, or people will switch up on you. So we didn't have a lot of that game. And so you guys have seen me be extremely responsible on my platform. I've spoken on political issues. I've spoken on food insecurities and all types of things. And so why wouldn't I use my platform to talk about dating and trying to make the right choices? And I wish that there was someone out there like me who helped me along the way. Even though I can't say that I made the worst mistakes, I still made mistakes, and we all have to. But if you can avoid some of these things that go on in terms of the dating thing, in terms of like guys just disappearing, and you just don't know how to navigate that. The thing is, if they disappear, you disappear, and don't let them spin the block. Don't let them come back. It's just things like that. And maybe that sounds complicated to some people, but to me it sounds simple. Unfortunately, girls, men only learn through consequences. Men don't learn through you forgiving them. They learn through consequences. And just in terms of the dating game, I've always been kind of like a girl that only dated one guy at a time. I've never been good at just navigating and dating a whole bunch of different guys. I've never been good at that. And if you are like me, I implore you to develop that skill of being able to navigate and date. Because if you're going to date 9 times out of 10, if you're dating a guy and it's a non-exclusive situation, he's more than likely dating multiple women as well. And that's just how it goes. You don't allow anyone to rush you into a relationship. That's a red flag. You meet someone and then a week later they're pressuring you into a relationship. You don't have time to know how they handle really intense situations, or you haven't developed a friendship. You don't know anything about this person, and they're trying to rush you into a relationship or rush you into moving in. We don't do homosexuals over here down to the Bombshell Network. Y'all done been through a lot, and I'm so grateful to have overcome some heartbreaks and just different things that I've gone through. And then looking back, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks when you start looking back and you see all of the signs. If your instincts start to talk to you, your spidey sense is going crazy, telling you something is not right. You don't have to be Nancy Drew and stay and investigate it. You can feel that something is not right while you moving around. Some of the girls that are navigating this thing the right way, young girls, like 30-year-olds, mid to late 20s or whatever, they having a way, because it's like they know the game. And I hate to say this, but I've told my little niece this a long time ago. Guys, my little niece is 27 years old. I told her, the sooner you learn the game, the faster you will win. 2, when she went off to college, I told her, don't stop doing things with your friends. Don't stop going out and, having fun with your friends. Don't, when you get a boyfriend, keep doing the fun things that you like to do. Find fun hobbies and do those things, because men don't stop doing what they do. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of girls don't either. And that's why a lot of times when it's time to graduate, you'll have some girls that have to stay back a semester or 2 because they were in college playing around with Rufus Jr. and now all of their friends get to walk in the May graduation and they can't walk until next December. And you don't want to be that girl. And so anyway, I will continue to use my platform to speak about these things. I am a well-seasoned woman. I am extremely knowledgeable. My hormones are under control, and so I'm never gonna give you guys lustful advice so you can be down to the bed with Cletus and Rufus Jr. and everybody else. I'm past that point. I do make smart decisions for myself and for dating, and ain't nobody gonna be sitting up in my house sucking down shrimp and dark liquor and soaking up my AC. And so I feel very confident in who I am and my decisions, and as well as the advice that I give you guys or whatever. So anyway, I am rambling at this point, but I just needed to really give you guys some really sound information and a better understanding as to why I am consistently giving you advice about these men's, girl.
since we talking, do that Google reverse image search. Huh? At this point, people's imprints, put that email. If he's texting you on iPhone and an email is coming up, put that email in the search bar. Put his phone number in the white pages search bar. See what name is associated with, huh? Yeah. Now, if it's not that deep, it's not that deep. But if it is that deep, we can get that deep. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, girls, we got the goods. Old Bessie is back officially. Yeah, she driving like new money, girl. So we got that going on now. I need to head over to the grocery store. Girl, why are they blowing the horn? But anyway, I need to head to the grocery store, pick up a couple of things. I want to make another one of those Asian inspired plates that I made. Girl, that food was so good. Y'all, I should have showed you guys in depth how I made it, but I'm gonna be honest, I had a headache. My headache was really, really bad, and I was just ready to go. Okay, so I didn't stay and hang out with y'all or even show y'all how I made it or whatever. But anyway, girls, I need to, y'all, let me try to work on this camera angle, and then I'll give you guys a call back.
So after my I like man haters video, I had some men telling me that they'll stick to pick-me's, and I'm like, men don't like pick-me's. Like, if men like pick-me's wouldn't exist. They would just get picked. Number one, pick-me's are boring. Number two, pick-me's are trying to appeal to patriarchal, misogynist men who don't like women already. If you are a misogynist man that a pick-me is performing for, you just don't like women, period. So even if you do get picked, it's never going to work out for you because you were booty clapping and performing for niggas who don't like your existence and probably try to cheat on you with all of the women, all the unruly women that they say that they hate.
Girls, there is something that is so, I don't know, like fresh and light and angelic about a lighter colored lip. Like, I have never been like a super like red lipstick type of girl. Now, I did go through my phase where I used to love like pink, you know, pink lipstick, pink lip gloss. If it was pink, I had it on. But as I've gotten more seasoned and sophisticated, I have come to find just a love for a very light lip. So I am wearing Too Faced Trophy Wife. And then, of course, I don't even know what this color is, girls. I got this color from Ulta. I love it, but I've noticed that I tend to go just a smidgen darker, a little bit, when I film, because like the colorway or the color profile or the LUTs or whatever you want to call it on this DJI Pocket 3, it does kind of distort the color of your lips, and it makes your lips look like a lot more pink or a lot more red. I personally don't like that, so I will try to go a little bit more brown on the lips, but just in real life and in person, I love a gorgeous soft nude lip, honey. My favorite. I'm trying to, like, this is cute or whatever, but I just tend to like the lips just a little bit lighter. And I thought I put this other color that I had in here in my purse, but I guess not. I guess I don't have it, but I sure hate it. But anyway, so I have pulled up on HEB. We're just gonna go in here and get some veggies really quick. You guys know how I do. I love veggies. We're not gonna get into a whole song and dance about my love for veggies, but you guys know. Okay. Oh, I need some eggs too. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Yikes. Pop goes a Weezer, cause a Weezer go pop. Good Lord. So I just sprayed Crest Scope mouth spray, breath spray. Baby, this shit is potent. Woo, girl. It'll grow hair on your chest. But anyway, so I hope you guys like the new positioning of the camera, y'all. This is the best I can do. This dashboard is made so wonky, okay? But anyway, girls, let's go ahead and run in HEB real quick. But I think what we're gonna do this time, I'm gonna cut the if anybody come up to me and they decide that they don't want to walk away, baby, we putting them on film tonight, because I'm not in the mood for the bullshit. So we putting them on film tonight, honey. Okay, so it seems like every time I whip out my camera and it's somebody's husband or whoever he is in my face, husband, baby daddy, I don't know. I don't even know if the men's be single, girl. Who knows? Ain't nobody more single than some of these married men. But anyway, so we gonna take the camera, and if somebody decides that they, you know, a friendly little how you doing and goodbye is okay. But if we get, you know, the HEB stalker like we had the last time, we definitely pulling out the camera. And today, if somebody's in the mood to harass me, I am not gonna have a problem with showing them, because leave me alone. Okay. All right, girls, we almost got away out of HEBs without being bothered, but I got stopped on the way out. This guy, he was just like, I just had to stop and say something to you. My name is Ice. Girl, if you don't get your ass away from me, baby, them braids, what is going on with the grown men with the braids? Girl, the braids was so, it just looked like he went and got his hair braided and then he brushed it to the front. It looked, the braids was given, somebody has been using the braids as a double Dutch rope. You know how when you was a kid, them double Dutch ropes, and it looked like a whole blaze had been set to the rope once you was done? That's what the braids was given. Then he had tattoos all over his hands and his neck. I ain't never seen nobody with tattoos on their ears, girl. Baby, no. And he gonna talk about, is Rochelle in a rush? I said, as a matter of fact, she is. Get your bitch ass away from me. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, it is hot. Oh my goodness. It's so hot outside. I'm burning up. All right, I need to make one more stop. So girls, I decided to just make some nachos tonight because I forgot that I had some turkey meat that I thawed out, because last night I was gonna make turkey patties and rice with green beans, but I decided that I would just do something quick and easy tonight, just some cute little nachos. So I need to run to Kroger. I'm sorry, not Kroger. I need to run to Fiesta, because girl, I'm gonna be honest, I love HEB, don't get me wrong, but I'm starting to hate the fact that like HEB has gained so much popularity. Oh, y'all can't see me. Y'all, HEB has gained so much popularity on TikTok. And so, baby, what is you doing? Girl, shut up. Girl, my car be making me mad. But anyway, girl, so I hate the fact that HEB has gained so much popularity because it's always crowded. I remember HEB was never as crowded as it is, and then I don't like the fact that their produce sucks. I don't know what's going on with HEB and all of this bow-legged ass celery, but I'm gonna need them to get it together. When has celery ever looked like a damn wishbone? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need you to get it together, HEB. So yeah, but anyway, I need to try to figure out, oh my gosh, this traffic is not nice. Okay, so I need to try to figure out me like a little shortcut to get to Fiesta, because I can tell people are not being really friendly tonight. All right, girls, let me figure out me like a cute little shortcut to HEB, and then I'll give you guys a call. I mean, not HEB, to Fiesta, and I'll call y'all back. Hey girls, all right y'all, I am exhausted, but anyway, it is 12:27 when I tell you they are upstairs having a field day. It is loud, they are stumping. I don't know if they going down the Soul Train line, baby. I don't know what's going on. So I've already notified the leasing office, and I might have to call the courtesy police or the peace what is it, the peace officer or whatever, because yeah. But anyway, I had to film a sponsorship, girl, so I just finished doing that. I need to edit it. Y'all, I'm tired, and it's like, I don't know what's overcome or taken over me lately, but I have been tired, and I've been kind of having a headache a little bit. So yeah, but I am gonna try to stick it out tonight and at least edit that sponsorship, you know, that way that's one less thing that I have to do. I need to probably take the car again somewhere, because I noticed that one of the tires or something is making some noise. But anyway, girl, the saga continues. But y'all know how I am. I'm not about to get stressed out, but I did hear like some noise or something on that, you know, like near the tire or whatever. So yeah, I'll go get that looked at. But I wanted to, now it's quiet up there. I don't know what they got going on. But anyway, I needed to come back and talk to y'all or whatever, but my energy is dwindling, girl. It is fading fast. Girl, here they go again. I'm gonna be honest, like, I just don't understand. Like, if you've been notified, because I emailed the leasing office, and this is when everything first started getting out of hand. And I emailed them, and they emailed me back letting me know, like, okay, we will contact them, we will let them know, you know, to keep the noise down, we'll send a letter, you know, reminding them of the quiet hours. And so if in fact the leasing office did all of that, why would you still disregard that? Because the noise never stopped. You know what I'm saying? Well, it stopped that one day. I think it stopped that one day, but then it's still been ongoing. And then it's like, they wait until after hours to really, really get the noise jumping. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's someone who just does not understand. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm like, can you continuously, like, can them being like noisy consistently end up leading to, like, I mean, like, what could happen? I don't think you can get evicted for making too much noise. I don't think you can do that. I don't think that would happen. But I'm just like, damn, like, it's just the level of disrespect and disregard for me. But whatever, girls. But anyway, let me go ahead and edit this sponsorship real quick, and I'll give you guys a call back. Hey, girls. All right, y'all. I told, not the car being weird. So yesterday, when I was driving, I heard something like weird. It was like something rubbing up against the tire, you know, and I could not figure out what it was. And so I was like, let me take the car on a quick, cute little spin around the block really quick. Hold on. Okay, I don't hear it now. So maybe it was something that I had in the back seat or in the trunk, because baby, when I tell you this car is quiet and I don't hear anything. So yes, girls, we are on the road again. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even freaking know what to do with myself. Lord, I know y'all are tired of hearing about old Bessie, but I've never been, y'all, this has been one of my toughest years, and I have really tried to figure out what happened with the car, just trying to figure it out. And I was talking to the technician yesterday, and he was just like, you know, sometimes those things just happen, you know what I'm saying? He was just saying, like, the valve body is just a known issue with this type of car, but it's like, for me, you guys know that I'm always seeking a deeper meaning of stuff, and I'm like, well, maybe this time was intended for me to get closer to my family and become a little bit more compassionate. I've always been compassionate, but I don't think that I really ever saw myself in a situation where I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always had things, money, access to cars, a car. And so now I just find myself being more understanding towards my family. And I I will be honest and say, like, I was never really like that. Like, I would send a text message here or there, but it was always the assumption, like, oh, everybody's doing fine. And now I realize, like, you can't assume that everyone is doing fine. Sometimes you got to pick up the phone. And I'm not talking about no text message. I'm talking about pick up the phone and have a conversation, because everyone is not doing, you know, fine. And so this season has taught me a lot. I'm just like, God, please take me off your strongest shoulder, not shoulder. Don't take me off your strongest shoulder, but can you please take me off your strongest soldier list? Father God in heaven, take me off the strongest soldier list, because baby, I'm tired. I'm tired and I don't want to play anymore. But you know what we are about to do, girls? We're about to pull up on Whataburger, because Whataburger had 12 days of Christmas and they were giving away like free stuff almost every day. Y'all like my hair? Girl, I revamped this wig, girl. I did a whole revamp on the wig and it is so gorgeous, okay? Yes, baby. Whataburger come through for you, girl. Y'all, I still want to do like a $10 day. Like, can we like literally have a whole agenda and hang out for an entire day off of $10? Seriously, it's just something that I would like to try. I think it would be fun. I don't know if I talked to y'all about that already, but yeah, hold on, girls. Let me get the onion rings. Scan that restaurant. Hey, all right, so we got our onion rings. One thing about me, girls, I love Whataburger. I was asking my sister, like, it used to be this place called Miss Jackson's Burgers when we were little bitty kids, and we used to be going over there. It was in 3rd Ward where I grew up. And I was asking my sister the other day, I was like, do you think that Whataburger stole Miss Jackson's like recipe? Because Whataburger is the closest that I've ever been able to get to Miss Jackson's. And she was like, no, Whataburger was discovered before Miss Jackson. And I was like, well, I don't know, because Whataburger came out in 1945, but girl, Miss Jackson was like 70 years old when we was like, I was like 8 years old. So if Miss Jackson was 70 years old, look, y'all remember the math questions. If Miss Jackson was 70 and I was 8, and that was 1,000 years ago, then when was it? Because I'm just kind of like trying to figure out. I'm like, Miss Jackson's had to have been there. If I was 8 years old and Miss Jackson was about 70, Miss Jackson's had to have been there probably for, oh, you know what, like 50 years. So I just feel like somebody came along and they stole Miss Jackson's recipe and they named it Whataburger. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just kind of like, Miss Jackson just disappeared into oblivion. They got cream burgers now and Trill burgers, but can't nobody beat Miss Jackson's burgers. But maybe Whataburger, maybe. But yeah, girls, so I feel so happy, y'all. I just feel like, God, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Jesus. Glory be to God. I just feel so freaking grateful. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I hate to say this. It wasn't looking too good for your girl, y'all. I didn't know if I was gonna make it to the end of this year. I hope I didn't have lipstick on my teeth the whole time, y'all. This year took me out, and I just didn't know if I was gonna make it. And I'm like, man, we got a couple of more days to go, and boy, I just feel so happy. Oh my God. Even with my car, guys, I had no idea what I was gonna do or how I was gonna get the money to get the car fixed. Y'all know, like my sponsorships and stuff had slowed up. Things had got really crazy. And I'm gonna be very honest, the tariffs is kind of what came in and messed everything up for me. And it's just like, it's crazy because like sometimes, being a content creator, I find myself not wanting to maybe talk about things like that because it just feels like I'm the only one going through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm the only one that's been impacted. And I know that that's not true, but it's just not something that people sit down and talk about. You know, like how the tariffs impact, and a lot of people, they don't understand the logistics. Like, well, how does tariffs impact you as a content creator? They don't get that, but it had a huge impact on my sponsorships. Oh, and so it was just like such, it was just so much uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? And guys, it's just like my best friend, my bestest friend, girl, my ride or die. We went to college together. We went to high school. We went to high school together. She's like a sister to me. She basically came in and she helped me, you know, get the car back up and running. And I just feel grateful just meeting, like, even the guy who fixed my car, how kind he was and how honest he was. Like, you do not expect people like that to, you know, who fix cars and stuff, to be honest. And not only was he honest, it's like my car has all of its original factory parts, which I don't know if that's a flex or not. I don't think it is, but it just means that those parts are under warranty. Oh, so girl, thank you. So girl, I just feel so grateful. And then too, just like, man, like even with the vlogs, like, you know, like the views are not like super crazy or anything like that, but the fact of the matter is, like, we have a thing, it's called a CPM, and if you're a YouTube partner, you get paid off of a CPM. And for me to be, if I can just be perfectly honest, my CPM is crazy. I'm just like, that ain't nobody but God. Because girl, you would think like a creator like me, I have less than 20,000 subscribers, I don't get the most crazy views, but my CPM has been my saving grace, you know. And basically it's just the amount of money. And so I think I might have explained the CPM to you guys before. It's just the amount of money that advertisers pay into your content, and then you and YouTube, y'all split that. So you get 55% and YouTube gets the other percent. However, because my CPM is crazy high, that's what's like sustaining me. So even when I'm not getting like crazy views, because my CPM is really high, I'm able to do, you know, okay on YouTube or whatever. But man, I just feel so freaking grateful. You just have no idea how grateful I am. I'm just like, glory be to God, girl, because you just never ever know. You know, it's just like, I know I always be telling y'all, like, girl, one thing about them tables, they gonna always turn. But it's not even about tables turning because you did something bad, because I know within who I am and to the core of me, I am a kind woman, I'm a generous woman, genuine woman, a woman of valor, and a woman of integrity. Despite all of that, God still saw it fit that I go through my Job season. And, you know, I'm still going through it, but I do feel a shift. You know, I feel like I went through having, you know, not enough till I'm now in my season of just enough. You know what I mean? And y'all, you could not have paid me. You could not have paid me and told me that I would have experienced such a tough year. You know, I would not have believed you, but glory be to God, we are still here. I think I've also surrendered to seeking understanding. I've surrendered to just trying to understand why. The fact that God, he saw my needs, girl, and he never left me or forsaken me. And so I am grateful for that. I am, so glad that we're approaching the end of this year. But yeah, but anyway, girls, I could go on and on and on with this Rochelle Luther King speech, but I won't. I am about to go get a frozen Coke because honestly, girls, I need a little bit of energy because we're going to be editing this vlog tonight along with a sponsorship because I didn't do it last night like I said. But anyway, girls, let's go grab something to drink really quick and I'll see y'all when we get back to the house.
I was down bad and they left your boy for dead. She say, girl, that fat nigga keep a loaf of bread.
All right, girls, let's get into these curls. So let me tell you how I did this. I literally brought this wig back from the dead. I washed it. I let the wig air dry, and then I literally added some of these products that I got from Garnier. So I added the curl sculpt, and then I added it's like this moisturizing curl refresher. I added this. Of course, I added the oil. And then, y'all, I literally went through the hair after I added everything and I diffused it. So I added the diffuser. Of course, I kind of, revamped the part. I had to also go in with some black spray because this part of the wig was starting to go bald. And so I used this hairspray, or this black spray that L'Oreal sent me. Girl, all of this stuff is from PR and I love it. So anyway, that's how I was able to kind of fill in that bald spot that was right there. And girl, after I did all of the diffusing, I've tried to like let the hair dry as much as I could. And y'all, literally, all I did after that was just went into like each piece that, kind of needed to be defined. And I went through with my handy dandy micro curler, and that's how I did it. And so once I went in with the micro curler, I pulled each curl apart. And you don't have to leave this in here that long. Let me show you. Literally, as soon as you finish wrapping it, you can just take it out. And then if you want to, you can take the curl and you can pull it apart. Now, you don't have to do your sections. You don't have to do your sections as small as I did. It's completely up to you if you want to do them that small. If not, you can still do it in big chunks or whatever. Like as you get towards the back, you're not going to have to do it as much because the curls, the wig already has like a deep curl pattern. But I just wanted the curls to be a little bit more defined. And girl, because this little micro curling iron or curling one, girl, this thing curls so fast. This is a fast, oh shit. Girl, not the thing don't want to come off. I'm done. Ouch! Golly. See, I'm over here talking to y'all, burning my hand. The bigger the hair, the closer to heaven, okay? I want this wig to last me, and I don't want to do too much manipulation on it. And plus, like I showed you girls, the wig started kind of going bald on the side. And so if I keep doing a lot of manipulation to it, like blow drying it and, all of that type of stuff, it's literally not going to have any hair on it. And so curling it and letting it air dry and just adding some curls just to kind of get it defined is going to be your best bet. So yeah, that is how you revive a wig. You bring your wig back from the dead, baby. What that man told Miss Sophia, the dead has arisen, in the color purple. Baby, and that's what I'm saying about this wig, girl. The dead has arisen, girl. Get you some small little flexi rods and just wet it a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. And then just roll it up and hang it upside down. That's another trick, girls. Anytime you have a curly unit, always hang your units upside down once you or after you wash them, and let them dry upside down. And that's how you get that super fluffy look. But yes, girl, y'all, that outfit I had on yesterday, girl, that outfit was a hit. Okay, now listen, disclaimer. Y'all know the head bombshell is not out here in these streets trying to get no men, but I'm telling you, the male gaze, it's like the male gaze is there when you're not looking for it. But I got so many compliments on that outfit from the men, honey. Listen, girls, if you are out here dating and you're a shy girl and you're not, you just like the men to approach you, I'm telling you, all you have to do is just put yourself together. It don't even have to be a whole lot, because the look I had yesterday was a quick little 1-2 step. It wasn't a whole lot that went into that. Just, put yourself together. You know what I'm saying? even when you run little errands, you know, it doesn't have to be a big grand, you know, thing or whatever, but just running errands to the grocery store, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, just put yourself together a little bit and the men will come. I'm telling you. Another thing that I noticed is that like wearing smaller, daintier jewelry attracts people as well. I always thought like if you wore like, you know, like the bigger gaudy jewelry with the, you know, all of the bells and whistles, I would think that that would be like something that really attracted people, but that's not necessarily true. I think it's just the dainty little necklaces, the dainty earrings. I think because it's so feminine, you know. But girl, if I was out here dating, baby, I would be having my way. You hear me? There was this one girl on TikTok and she made a post and she was like, where are all of my dark-skinned girls that are not afraid to tan, that are not, you know, I guess she was like saying insecure about your complexion.
Where are all the dark skin, chocolate, medium chocolate, milk chocolate, brown skin, tan skin? Where are all the black girls who were not raised to be ashamed of their complexion? And now who are not hiding from the sun in the summertime? I was not raised that way. Colorism, I didn't find out about colorism till I got to high school. Where are all the dark skin, chocolate, medium chocolate, milk chocolate, brown skin, tan skin? Where are all the black girls who were not raised to be ashamed of their complexion? And now who are not hiding from the sun in the summertime? I was not raised that way. Colorism, I didn't find out about colorism till I got to high school.
She was a beautiful girl, chocolate skin, just a beautiful, beautiful girl. And so, of course, I made a post. I made a comment. And I was like, they in the South and they having a way. Let me tell you something. All of the gorgeous, beautiful chocolate baddies, the chocolate bombshells girls, those are the girls that are getting, well, this is if you are into dating outside of your race. If you into dating outside of your race, that's what I see a lot. The dark skinned girls, the baddies, those are the girls that's getting the affluent men with money. Okay. And so I basically said they're in the South. And girl, all of the girls came out, okay? All of the girls started posting their pictures and where they from, and the girls are in the South. I'm telling y'all, like, that's one of the things that I see a lot in Houston, like beautiful, dark-skinned women. And anytime I see them out, they're with white men. And I'm not saying like, I'm not trying to say like a particular race of men are more elite, but it's just the type that they with, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, girl, have your way. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna date and you have access to dating, you know, a certain caliber of guy, date that caliber. You know what I'm saying? Date them all. But I'm just saying, I heard that I heard some of the men don't mind spending money. You know, they don't mind spending money. They don't mind doing things for you. So yeah. But I would know because I have not dated outside of my race. I will. When it's time to get back out there, I will. I definitely will be. But I haven't. I was supposed to go on a date with this one white guy. He was a project manager, really, really, really attractive. But I just didn't like his tone. Just like, you know, once we confirmed the date or whatever, he was just like, you know, I'm going to let you know right now, if you are late, I'm leaving. I'm giving you 15 minutes to get there, and that's it. If you're more than 15, and I was just like what? And I'm just like, why would you even assume that I would be late? We haven't even gone on our first date yet. And I was like, to me, that set the tone of what he was gonna be like. And then he was just telling me like he didn't believe in God, and he was like, you know, I'm not saying that I won't go to church with you or anything, but I'm just letting you know that I don't believe in God, and you know, that's just, you know, I just kind of want to set those ground rules. And also, he was used to dating black women, but he was your quintessential white guy, like, again, project manager, white collar guy. He wasn't like a black guy, you know, like how some people from other races, when they want to date black women or, you know, date outside of their race, they think that they have to speak and have a certain dialect. He wasn't like that. He was just himself. So anyway, but he said that he did prefer to date black women. He said that black women were easier to date. You know, he was just like, I've dated white women, I've dated different races. Black women are just easier to date. And then he was just saying like, white women were hard to date, but I didn't like how he was saying. To me, it was just, he was just saying like, white women have a lot of requirements. And he was saying like, with black women, they're like easier to date, they're easier to impress. And I don't know, y'all, that just, I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me. It was just something. I don't know. It was just something about that. I don't know. And he was just saying, this is crazy, because he said that he feels like white women were dry clean only and black women were press and fold. But it's crazy that he used that analogy, because I had a friend, a co-worker who worked with me at AT&T, and she dated white. She was a white lady, but she dated white men and black men. And she said that black men were more dry cleaner and white men were more wash and fold. And she was saying black men, in her opinion, were very difficult to date. White men were easier to date. And so, but anyway, when the white guy was like, yeah, black women, they're just easier to date. They're just more laid back, more easygoing. They're just easier to date. They're easier to impress. And I was like, I don't know. Anyway, girls, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It just rubbed me, and maybe it shouldn't have rubbed me the wrong way, but it wasn't going to work out anyway, because it was just the fact of like, he didn't even give me a chance. He was immediately like, you know, I'm giving you 15 minutes to be there. And then he was just like, he said something else. Just his biggest thing was like, don't be late. Don't be late. I'm letting you know, like, don't be late. Bitch, oh, this is not no job interview.
If there's a cure for this, I don't want it, but you want it. If there's a remedy.